Worm Farmers. This is Larry with the Wiley Worm Farms. About to do another feeding of two of my bins this evening. Standing right beside my worm rack that I built. I got pulled a couple out to feed my babies here. So let's get in here and get started, folks. So bin number 100. Bin number 100 is my first bin. And again here, Mr. Cameraman, look how they have eaten into this paper. I have learned that if you wet this paper a little bit, they'll get in here and they'll chew it all up. For some reason, worms love paper. I think I'm gonna try to save that well. Let me see what I can do to save that. I'm running short on paper here. Go right in here to the feeding and see what we got in the feed zone here. What do we got here now? I don't remember what that is there. Let's get right in here and see what we got. This being number 100, like I say, this is food that I gave them, some type of food, and it is gotten really hard on me. I'm not even sure what that is, folks. I'm embarrassed to tell you that I don't know what that is. But it's something on the top of this bin. I'm gonna put it aside, and then I'll just mix it all in here. Now these worms, I started off. Oh, that's cabbage. That's what that is. Cabbage there. These are cabbage leaves. Thought it would be all gone, but it's not yet. If I'd known all this was in here, I wouldn't have fed these today. I would have waited on this. But I got some more food I'm going to give these babies. I am going to, in the very near future, I'm going to pull that out, whatever that is. It's hard, it don't need to be in there. In the very near future, I'm going to sift this bin. Got all these cabbage leaves in here. They're not consuming that cabbage leaf for some reason. And I'm not seeing a lot of worms here, Mr. Cameraman. What's wrong? What'd you do? I just don't know what we've done wrong here. For some reason, we're not seeing a lot of worms. And not only do I not have a lot of worms, I don't have any cardboard bedding in here either. Maybe that's why they ate the paper, because they were hungry, because they didn't want the cabbage. I'm not sure what the deal is. Straighten this out. I'm about to knock my worm bin over here on my cameraman. I don't want to do that. All right, I'm trying to get this stuff out of here so we can put it in the bedding trough here. This bin here, I started off with 150 worms. I bought another 150 worms. And it populated for a while, but I think this has been, I'm pretty sure this has been, I just let get too dry on me. There's some worms right there. I let this bin get too dry on me, and I'm afraid some of the worms might have bit the dust in here. So I'm gonna spread them out here a little bit and make me a feeding place to feed here. Well, as I dig in here, I see more worms. First of all, I'm going to start with this banana, or a half of banana, and put that banana peeled in there beside it. And now I've got some peaches. Got some peaches that are froze, and I left them out overnight, and now they got real juicy on me. But I'm going to feed these to my wormies. Trying to tear that peach apart without making a mess, and I don't know any way to do it, so I'll just make a mess. I'll get another peach because I got plenty of peaches here. Get that apart, and those worms will just tear into those peaches. They will tear into it. Then I'll put my cabbage back on here and cover it up as best I can. Hope I can get it covered up good. man doesn't have a lot of worms in it. So I use what I can to cover it up with. And here I got a handful of stuff over here I hadn't even put in here, Mr. Cameraman. What am I doing? Bury it right in there. And when they get hungry enough, they will eat they will eat that stuff. But what paper I got left over here? Got a mess in my paper here. But they'll get into it. These worms will take care of it. And I got my spray bottle right here somewhere. Well, I thought I did. I think I left it in another part of the house. And I'll put this back over, this bubble wrap back over it. And then we'll go to the second bin for today. All right, get to the second one over here, Mr. Cameraman. Just move right over here. See, again, they haven't torn into this quite as much, but they got into it pretty good. Oh, I forgot to put some cardboard on that. Some bedding. I'll go back and do that because I got plenty of cardboard bedding. I'll go back and do that a little later. Oh, now this here's a different story here. Look at the worms. Look at the worms. Now these are worms that I got. These are the first batch of worms that I bought from Mimi's Worms. And they have done very well, very well. What I got here, I think I got some coffee filter there. I believe that's what that is. And look there at the worms in here. The other bin didn't look too good as far as the amount of worms, but boy, this one here is loaded with worms. Got worm everywhere, worms everywhere. And I'm gonna make me a spot here. And then I'm gonna take some cardboard bedding. And I'm going to water this cardboard bedding or wet it real good. And then drop it down in there. And then I'm going to show you a little trick I've learned. See this right here? Of course, this right here is not toilet paper roll here. This is a paper towel roll here. But I'm going to put this down in here. And if you'll take I'll show you a toilet paper roll. If you'll take a toilet paper roll and soak it in water for just a couple of minutes, it'll come apart just like this. And what I do is then I let it dry out, and I run it through my shredder, and I make bedding out of that. I think I'm going to put another small handful in here. I got plenty of toilet paper rolls here that I use for my bedding. All right, put plenty of bedding in here, and then I'm going to put more peaches. I'm blessed with peaches, so I'm going to give these to worms. I think I'll open it up a little bit more where I have a little more room for more peaches here. These things are soft enough, they'll just come apart. And those worms will tear into peaches. We live in the peach state. Of course, you that are from the South, you'll know that's Georgia. Actually, you'd probably be surprised that Georgia, except for around the Fort Valley area, they really don't grow a lot of peaches. Now, not far from me, in a little town called Barney, Georgia, they grow a lot of peaches in Barney, Georgia, probably about 30 miles from here, something like that. I'm gonna tell you something. You can go down about this time of the year, and there's a little place down there on Highway 133 going into Valdosta. You can stop down there, and they make and sell homemade peach ice cream. The best ice cream I ever ate in my life. I'm telling you, friends, it is scrumptious. Scrumptious. Well, that's all we're going to do for today, folks. So we'll see you next time around. This is Larry again with Wiley Worm Farm. WileyWormFarm.com, that is. And you can check us out anytime you'd like to on the web, WileyWormFarm.com. Not actually on the web, but on YouTube, WileyWormFarm.com. Also, where I got this man from, which is Mimi's Worms in Valdosta, Georgia. Mimi has purebred red wiggers. Now these right here, when I started, I bought 150 from Walmart, and then January the 17th, and just a couple of months later, I went and bought another 150, and that's what we have in this bin here. So until next time, this is Larry again. We'll see you the next time around. Appreciate you. God bless you. Have a great day.